Hey, welcome to the Bob and Jim Show today. We are over here at right out here at the where the Milwaukee Brewers play at. Can't talk this morning. So what are we at? We're getting ready for the 120th Harley-Davidson parade. Wind's really blowing here, so hopefully not too bad. Let me switch the camera around here. Let me get over here in the shade so you can see some of the bikes, and we'll talk to you a little bit and tell you what's going on. Down here to settings. I do not have my glasses on, so I cannot see anything. Okay, there you go. So we're turning around. Powamoto's on. So here we are. We're down here, and look, Neil's here. Neil's on the chain. Wave, Neil. Neil from Alaska. So there's the bikes you can see way over there that are already coming in. And we got a whole bunch more bikes that are setting up and getting ready to come in. They have to show their passes. There's different lines that you have to come in. Here's a whole bunch of them coming in. So you do not have to have a Harley-Davidson. I did see a Honda. We met some Chinese today. Definitely don't want to live in China. They really can't even watch YouTube there. Gave them a card and they're like, no, can't watch. That they were able to find it here. A lot of sidecars. We got a lot of sidecars coming in. So I can't see your comments to respond yet, but in a minute I'll get in the shade and I'll be able to see it. That I don't have my glasses on. So we got a lot of bikes still piling in. They said our parade, we're at Central Time. So right now it's about, I think it's 11:40, 45. And they're predicting we're supposed to leave at 1 p.m. So we still got a couple hours. Bikes are steadily flying in. Now, and this parade here is one of the better parades because what they do is they shut all the roads down. So they're all blocked off. Only motorcycles will be able to ride there. So pretty neat, pretty special. Somebody, of course, got to have that stereo all the way up. Let everybody hear their music. So you know how that is. But bikes are still piling in. It's been a steady flow since 9 a.m. That was setup time. So you're able to check it all out then. We've got video that we'll be shooting. We're already meeting some really great people here as we're coming through. One of the things that we found out from Harley-Davidson is they are going to now, they used to always have the off years on Labor Day weekend. They are changing that starting next year. So they're actually going to, the dates for Milwaukee next year, the 121st, will be the 25th of July to the 28th. Now, I don't know if we'll make it because you're pushing into my Sturgis time. So we may not make it next year. We'll have to see about the following year. But next year, it's going to be Willie G Appreciation Week. There's one of those old copper-looking bikes, but rusted-looking, which that's not actually rust. They put hydrogen peroxide on those to make that look that rust. So as you can see, there's still bikes rolling in. Steady flow. They had to get their phone out, get their passes out so they can get in. You have to have a pass. This is a pay ride. And to be in the parade, they just don't let amateurs in. Not amateurs, but without paying a purchase price. So you see all kinds. Here's a Wisconsin. He's all decked out for the Green Bay Packers. So they're still coming in. You can see we were almost to the end, and here comes a whole bunch more bikes now. So hopefully you guys can hear us all right. So where we're at Milwaukee. We're at the Brewers Stadium, American Family Fairgrounds. We've met a lot of people from all over the world. This is quite an event for meeting people from other countries. I would almost say, but I don't know for a fact, there might be more foreigners here than we have Americans at this rally. The foreigners are so much more Harley, which we've kind of lost a lot of that here in America. But they're all into every single thing that's going on. All right, we'll start walking the other way again. So this is going to kind of end up the rally for this year is the big parade. We do a 5 mile ride. The very last bike estimated to be about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So it's very similar to the ride at Washington, D.C., the Patriot ride there over Veterans Day. But lots of bikes, all different ones, different experience. I can see a few people here that probably shouldn't be riding in a parade with around this many bikes. So they're trying to get everybody in. Just got to make sure you have your passes out. To get you in the proper area, there's like 5 different colors here. The first group over on the far left is going to be the flag people. And then they go by different colors after that. So I don't know who these people think they are. But there's really no special treatment here other than corporate. They're going to be coming in from this way right here. And then we're parked right there. And with our great thanks to Harley Corporation, they've set us up that we follow right in behind corporate. And so we're lined up right there. And so we get to follow right behind them. So a lot of people come the wrong way, come down that way, but then you got to turn all the way around. So let me go over here and see if I can see the comments. I got my glasses. There's Neil again. What do you think about the rally?
I think it's great.
All the way from Alaska. How many miles is that?
I didn't ride all the way, so but it's 3,700, little bit better. But yeah, down here.
So we met a guy the other day that actually rode to Alaska and back, and he was on the channel. If you watch that video, still kind of looking for some glasses so I can read the comments. Let's see if I can find something while you watch the bikes come in. All right. Let me put my reading glasses on. I can see a little bit better here. Let's go back. Here we go. Powamoto's on. Hi there to down there in Miami. Slim Jim. Hey, how's it going, Slim Jim? Robert. Hey, how's it going? Phil, we're all here. There's Mike. Where did your next park his sled? Oh, I don't know. He's over here yakking to somebody, Mike, so I can't ask him where he parked his sled dogs at. Palmoto, so if I get drunk one day and say cha-ching, and won't know good because no one knows. John Urine. King to Ben, he's down in Florida. Nope, I don't see any of those flags coming on. Neil's looking good, he said. Slim Jim said you're looking good. Mike wants to know where you parked your dog sleds at.
Mike, the dog sled's still sitting out there by the road and the neighbor's feeding them.
And so pretty exciting. This is, like I say, this will be an all escorted ride. We have police that will be coming in. All the roads are shut down, so it's a pretty big parade. We're going to end up down at the Veterans Park. We're not sure what events are going to be going on there. We never did ask anybody. There really isn't anything on the schedule, so it may only be for riders coming in. But yes, we have a lot of flags, from all over the world. China, Russia, Mexico, Guatemala, you name it, they're here. France. I have never seen so many foreigners in one location in all my life. Bad news is a lot of them don't speak any English at all. Have you watched the video the other day where we had the guy from Japan And when we finally found him the next day, yesterday, we wanted to show him the video. And I said, we're looking at, and he didn't understand what I was saying. So finally I had to turn it on, found the video, showed it to him, and he got all excited, brought all of his Chinese friends over.
There's a guy from Bali.
From Bali. There you go. That's what I said. This is probably, I would almost say there might be more foreigners here than there is Americans.
I would say that's getting a pretty good
And
everywhere I've been.
but I mean, what's with them, they are so Harley.
Oh, yeah.
They are so overfactuated. But I guess that's what it is. You can, like, I just talked to a guy from Canada. He bought his new CVO in Canada. But what he says is you got to put your order and you got to wait because they only usually have about 3 bikes. Because in Canada, I found that out last year when they were closing up so many of the dealers. They're not dealers. They don't have a contract with Harley-Davidson like our dealers in America do here. They only get they're allowed to sell the product. So that's why Harley can pull it from them at any time because they have no real contracts, which kind of sucks. Might be in here. Hello, Bob and Tam. Hendra is on. So it's night over there where you're at? So yeah, we probably got some of your friends here. There's a little bit of every country here. And we did see some other bikes. I seen a Honda earlier. A young girl came in on. And but there's nobody's hassling anybody if you're not on a Harley or everybody always asks that question. Can I ride my Suzuki? Can I? Who cares? The only thing I haven't seen yet is a Can-Am come in here yet or a Spider. But we have seen it everywhere else. We've seen them. Not as prevalent as rallies, but I've seen about 3 or 4. Must be someplace around here that they rent them. Seen a couple girls the other day that were down. They actually got into the museum with it, which I don't know how they got in with it. Because there really is no place in the museum to park it. I don't really see any 1%ers here. Now, we're hearing that this is a big rally. This is HA area. There's like 3 or 4 clubs, 1%ers that are in this area. And then they normally like to have a good time here. We didn't go down and see the Foo Fighters last night. I worked on that video that came out this morning. Phil. Yes, you're right, Phil. Sturgis is different. Sturgis doesn't have as many. You're right. Australian, Canada, that's pretty much the main ones that we see. Mexico, too, that we see come to Sturgis. But this, because I think what happens is if you go to any other country, you bring some Levi jeans. They'll give you $500 for the jeans you're wearing because they want something that's American. Well, I always say that. I've met a lot of foreigners all around the country. I don't know, is it 1 o'clock yet? All right, we may have to move because we were supposed to be following them. All right, I'm going to leave this here because I think I'm supposed to be following them.